Hello everyone, how are you doing? Welcome to another video. This is the Demoscene report for the month of October 2023. As usual, I go over all of the news and highlights of things that happened in the Demoscene on this month, and I put them all on this video condensed. All of the links are on the description below, so just check out some of those links there if you want to find more information about something that I here mention. This month's report is going to be divided into two parts, mostly because there are 3-4 parties happening at the end of the month, which will probably generate a lot of interesting releases. So we're going to do an episode focused on that. This one is going to be mostly focused around a lot of the Demoscene related media and out of Compo releases that happened in the beginning of the month. So hope you enjoy. Let's get right onto it, to the first thing that we have on the menu today, which is the top of the month. And the top of the month, according to Pouet, at least, looks a little something like this. All the productions from the last month and a half, mostly populated with things from Function, from Deadline as well, and production from Nordlicht as well, creeping there, some spec EPL things. This one in particular won Function Demoparty. This one was a tribute demo released at Deadline, a tribute to Mog, who unfortunately passed away a couple of months ago. Farewell from Desire, 256 byte intro that won at Function as well. Brutal was the invitation for a Deadline that was released at Function Demo Party. At Astra, very good Spectrum demo released at the Spec EPL demo. And a couple of productions from Xenium Demo Party, Bouncer by MFX released at Deadline. And a few quite other good releases there. So if you haven't checked out these top 20, definitely check it out. A lot of good stuff has come out on the last month and a half in the Demoscene, so very much worth checking out. Moving on to the next item on our list, we have the Demoscene related media things that we have for you, and we have quite a lot of them this month, so let's take a look. First, there was this interesting podcast by Scene World. Scene World has been around for quite a long time, doing a lot of interesting interviews and coverage of different things, mostly around Commodore 64, some game-related things as well, not just strictly Demoscene. This episode in particular was an interview with a Demoscene legend, Irata, from TRSI and a few other groups, and a very interesting view. I was gonna say read, but it's a view because it's a video pretty much, also available in audio form, so definitely check it out. Then we have this museum music festival that happened in the beginning of October, 6 to 7 of October in Munich. They had a screening of Demoscene releases there as well, so that was interesting to see if you managed to catch that. Then I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the Atlas of Shaders, livecode-oriented GLSL, scrapbox, put together by Totetmat, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of references of stuff that are very useful if you're starting to code the GLSL stuff, either for live coding events, the shader showdowns, the shader royales that we do, or for, you know, doing 4Ks, 4K executable graphics as well, those kind of things. And a lot of small tricks, a lot of ways to convert things between Shader Toy and GLSL. So a lot of cool stuff. Definitely check out this link if you're interested in learning shader coding. Then Hugi made some new releases as well. They started a blog focused on coding to put their code tutorials. They have a lot of code tutorials going all the way back to the late 90s. They've been putting that online throughout, and now they created a blog to host those kind of articles, and I guess new ones eventually as well. They also had a small size coding competition, not much participation, but yeah, if you like size coding, you can check out this small competition that they organized. Then Arcade Radio Network did an episode focusing around Edison, the music releases from Edison Demo Party. Check that out as well. There was a remake using Blender of an old demo called Odyssey of Alcatraz, a legendary demo. It was a very long story demo that was pretty known at the time for being very long, like a soap opera sort of demo, complete movie in a way. And someone really had very nostalgic visions of that and decided to remake the demo using Blender, like all new Blender technology, doing all the models again and retelling the same story, but with modern technology. I think over 20, 30 years after the original was released. So interesting, worth checking out. If you like the original, I guess definitely worth checking out even more. Talking about remakes, there was this weird remake that it's a bad remake. It was just, I guess it was made for fun to test the technology of some new AI making a video out of images thing. Stirred up a little bit of a controversy on Poet, on the thread, because AI has been writing all this hype with very polarized opinions one way or the other. The video is quite bad, in my humble opinion, but the discussion may have some usefulness for people who want to discuss the role of AI on the demo scene, I guess. So the links are in the description if you want to check that out as well. Then there was this 1 kilobyte JavaScript framework that was open sourced a little while ago, called sikistys. It's very specific, using fragment shaders and byte beats. But yep, if you like to do intros using this technology toolchain, you have a nice framework here to use it. I already forked it for in 4K site, so it should be linked there as well. Other people who also been doing some size coding stuff and also released were Bypass. Bypass did another small comeback and they released their tool chains as well to do minification of WGSL shader code. They also have another repository talking about compressing payloads for JavaScript, and it's linked on the description as well below. Then Moleman, we are famous for the Moleman series of movies about the Demoscene, or documentaries about the Demoscene, released some extra materials like deleted interviews, stuff that was on the extras of their DVD releases and movie releases. They put everything up on YouTube. Most of them are in Hungarian without subtitles, unfortunately, but there are a few of them who are in English, which are quite interesting to check out. So a lot of new content for you to check if you like the documentary, even if you didn't and you want to know more about specifically the Hungarian demo scene, but demo scene overall. Check out Moleman's YouTube website, and they are finishing a push drive to have a physical deluxe edition of their Moleman 4, I believe, movie as well. So go check their website as well, and if you don't have a copy of that, definitely consider getting one. More things that came out, a lot of things came out this month, as I mentioned before. So Killed by a Pixel did this very interesting talk explaining about his adventures on tiny size coding for JavaScript. It goes over the different things that he did, and a very interesting talk. Killed by Pixel is a great guy, and I highly recommend you checking out this 20-minute talk of him explaining a little bit more about size coding in JavaScript stuff. More things. CC Camp happened last month. They started putting available some of the videos of the things that happened during the CC Camp. I picked a few of them that were more demo scene related. This live gig with doing some chiptune music with GameBoys and Nanoloop2, for example, and also the same person doing a spontaneous introduction to the demo scene. They're a relatively new demo scener, only been around for a few months, but they already had a decent grasp of what the demo scene is. So the video was quite good. It's spontaneous because it was a talk made to fill up a slot that was just, open all of a sudden. Like the guy that was supposed to speak couldn't make it, so they decided, okay, let's give a talk. I can talk about what the demo scene is, since we're having a demo scene thing related here on the camp. So they made this talk. It was pretty good, so I do recommend you checking it out. And it's great that we see more outreach of demo scene in different things like hacker events. It's really cool to have that. More things. Inverse Face released this massive album with soundtracks for the Treachery in Beatdown City Ultra Remix game that he had been helping develop. I think the game has been out for a little while already, but he just put the soundtrack out now. Massive number of tracks released there. I think originally made for the NES, if I'm not mistaken. But the game was also ported to other platforms, so probably also other platforms supported. I'm not sure, but the music is really good. I did play this. What else we have? There was this video released by Root42 trying to re-implement the second reality tunnel effect. It's not completely implemented, it's missing some small details there, but the overall concept is good. And they were coding it in the same way that you would code an MS-DOS effect, or using those original tools that you have for MS-DOS Turbo C++, I guess it's called, or whatever it's called. So yeah, nice little insight, especially if you're interested in coding for MS-DOS. Really cool video to check out. More things that happened. The Demoscene Holiday Exchange is kicking off again. It's the fifth year that's being organized, I think. Maybe starting during the pandemic. I'm not sure anymore, actually. But yeah. Star Chaser have been organizing it for a very long time. It was a really cool initiative. If you like doing post-crossing sort of things, just send random postcards to people. Here you can pick randomly number of different Demosceners throughout the world and just send them postcards throughout the holidays and receive some back. So yeah, just sign up, read the rules. They're not that many. Just go for it. It's cool to get in touch with other people by letter, so definitely check it out. More things that came out. The new episode of the Design Podcast. They've been taking their time releasing new episodes. I was starting to wonder, Shayna, what's up? Well, where are the new episodes? They just put out a new one focusing on fan edit scene, which is a scene dedicated to do fan edit versions of movies, and they we have an in-depth interview with one of the persons involved in this scene culture, and it's very interesting to learn more about it and see all the parallels with the demo scene and the online cultures and how things mix and coincide. And there's the whole concern with intellectual property as well, remix culture, being creative, using alternate assets. So yeah, really interesting podcast, and I recommend you checking it out. Then what else is happening? Webuild is celebrating the anniversary of Badger Badger. I think it's like 20 years old or something like that. He did a series of different versions of Badger Badger with different aesthetics, and he made a special Demoscene version as well. I think it's made with video editing, not actually real time. Would be cool to see an executable version of this. It has a lot of the Demoscene tropes, so you have to laugh at it. And yeah, I highly recommend you checking it out. Most is on dope.exe. More things that we have for you. Oh yeah, there was Adobe had this premiere showing all sorts of different products that they've been revealing. They called it the Adobe Max Sneaks 2023. There were a couple interesting projects in them. This one, Project Neo in particular, was interesting because it was made by a Demoscener, IQ of RGBA, if you don't recognize him, and it shows the usefulness of procedural generated editors in doing fast tracking some stuff that usual graphic designers would have to do, and a way to have like a 3D modeler on the browser and export directly to Illustrator. So it's not really new technology for us Demoscene folks, but to be useful and available and interoperable inside a professional graphic designer suite, it is quite new and people really enjoyed it. Another of the project that was revealed there, and it definitely has Demoscene flavor all over it, is the Project Primrose thing, which is a dress with some screens that just change, just binary, just black and white, either it's on or it's off. But it's very interesting because you can make like a full screen out of your dress and make some cosmetic things out of it, and you can make animations play on it. So it's like a new way for you to dress yourself, express yourself, and it's really cool. I really like this kind of projects. I suck at anything with clothes and cosmetic stuff, but I really find them interesting, how people try to do some new ideas and try to mix technology into it. Some people at Hackerspaces also explore this a lot, so definitely real cool stuff. And it's a Demoscene platform, pretty much. If you can play it real time, at least. More things that came out. Fairlight TV had a new video out talking about using dump diff to do some magic things. So Baku's talking about some more Commodore 64 stuff. Then there was this new drawer for ANSI and ASCII art released called IC Draw. Still beta, but you can do some interesting stuff like having different layers. It facilitates doing like animation of ANSI things. So really interesting. A few folks were talking about it, and I checked it out, and it does seem interesting. Despite being a bit beta, you can already do some interesting stuff with it. And then last but not least on this section, we have Go280 just released a music video of one of his tracks called Acid Knob. That was just recently released, I think last month, if I'm not mistaken, with some professional video animation stuff here. And it's quite acidic and quite chiptune, so I do highly recommend you checking it out. And that's it for the Demoscene related media. As I mentioned, a lot of things got released this month. Let's take a look at the next section that we have, which is out of Compo releases. And yes, we do have quite a bucket full of them as well again. So let's take a look at that. Change to this view. First, we have Italo Disco Volume 1 by Trinity for the Amiga, rounding up some old Amiga tracks that they had and making a music disc demo pack out of it. Interesting music, especially if you like the 4-channel mod aesthetic and Italo Disco, obviously. So yeah, check that out if you're on Amiga. Then Dennis Courtney 5 released the source code for all of their basic demos, which are quite a few of them, like at least 4 or 5, maybe even more, with some very funny productions released in the middle of that. So if you like to keep the basic demo scene alive, check out the source code and try to do better basic demos than Dennis Courtney 5 did throughout the years. Then we had a couple party packs released for the Amiga, ArtState releasing party pack number 15 and 16. Then we also had the Soro Nests by Moonshine, a little intro released for the Commodore 64. There was the UNESCO, I guess, celebration demo when Holland got approved the UNESCO Intangible Culture Heritage thing. They made a release party or a celebration party on that, and this little intro / demo was released at that event. So a nice way to celebrate a little thing, and the demo is quite decent as well itself. Very good graphics by Facet as usual, and a few good routines there as well for the Commodore 64. Then the A Book magazine had a new issue. It usually comes with a small intro, this time made by PPS, and yeah, just a small intro to celebrate the release of the magazine. Side 2 musical coloring book by CSI for the BK0010. It's a mix of a music disc with some graphics that are procedurally generated. With an interesting concept. If you have a BK, definitely check it out. Also check out the YouTube video of it. It's interesting. It's cute. Couple more art packs, this time released by the Electronic Knights. Crapbox -22 releasing the crappier releases, and then Crapbox 22 releasing the slightly better releases that came out recently. So yep. More things that still came out this month. Is Anybody on Air got a remix by Brainless Coders, just a 4K for JavaScript. They was remade, not particularly interesting, but they wanted to celebrate it. Then there's the Mega Intro by ArtState, released as well for the Amiga OCS. Paraslax Intro by Access, and quite a few other Commodore 64 things also released. Hitmix 5 by Blazon, a music disc. Scooby 50, I guess it's birthday show for Scooby, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. Flashback, just doing a cover music of the original Flashback theme song on the Commodore 64 with some graphics. And Lincolnshire Poacher by Triad was just released a couple hours ago, and I haven't even checked it yet. But Triad usually does some interesting experimental stuff, so worth checking out, I would believe. And that's it. A lot of out-of-compo releases, as I mentioned, but quite a lot of interesting stuff for you to check out. Moving on to some Demoscene releases, or some demo party releases that happened at physical parties. First, we had the Skrolli Party happening in Espoo in Helsinki, Finland. Small party put together by the organization team behind the Skrolli magazine. They had been organizing some other of these events before the pandemic, as you can see here, 2017, 2018, 2019. They organized it again this year. Not that many entries, but some decent ones. I only seen the video stream of the thing, and the productions are not online just yet. But I just spoke to the organizers a couple hours ago. Hopefully, they will be online. The results are available though, and you can see that an einen blauen Tag by Lemmetry won, and it's this demo made for monochrome screens, so very old school aesthetics here, that got the first place. And there's a YouTube video of this, so this one is available for checking out. The other ones not quite so much. Dual Compo was won by a game by Dr. Terrors, so yep, congratulations to that. And I'll check the other releases once they are out, and if there's anything more worth mentioning, I'll mention it on the follow-up video next month. So yeah, small little party in Helsinki, always cool to keep the demo scene alive. Let's move on to the next thing on the menu, which is Deadline. And Deadline is quite a average-sized party in Germany. They've been having quite some traction now. They originally started in 2014. Let's switch to this view. Originally started in 2014. They've been doing steadily. They skipped a year in 2020 due to the pandemic, but they've been doing pretty strong. A lot of compos happening. Very good competitions overall. I'm going to talk a little bit about the different competitions that happened. So 256-byte intro compo open to all the different platforms. Some stuff for the Spectrum, some stuff for the MS-DOS, Micro W8 as well, very popular new platform for size coding stuff directly on the browser. Stairs to Oddity by Haikus. It was nice to see his ray marching things being applied to more things than just balls. So a nice little entry by Haikus there. And the winner was by Dresden Boy for the Micro W8 called Deadline Effect. 4K executable graphics, also pretty good releases. Stuff by Ollie and R4, very good shader coded image. Some Amiga-based stuff, which is not very common on executable graphics, but Deadline does seem to have a slight tradition on that by now. Third place, Fast and Furious Lauda Drift, which is a stunning image. Probably should have won, in my humble opinion, but you can see it by the votes that it was pretty close call. Inanna getting second place for the Amiga, packing a lot of triangles into a very nice looking image with very cool aesthetics as well. And then the winner was Wenshi Tong's Visitor Files by UV of Epoch. So congratulations to that. Really good image as well. Next compo, we had Ashiansi, Petsky, and Natsuki. So text art, pretty much. A lot of entries as well. A lot of cool stuff being released here. Mix of all sorts of different techniques. This Ashi is too long, so it doesn't show up, but actually I think I can quickly open this and show you. It's for the Amiga, you can obviously see. So yeah, some good quality stuff. Third place went to Dragon from Ollie. Titus getting second place with an ANSI called Dragon's Deadline, and the winner was Louisa with In the World of Ghibli, a tribute to Ghibli Studios. I can also show this one since it's quite large. Plus. Okay. Yeah. I'm a sucker for Ghibli Studios, so definitely had my vote. Next up, we had the animation video entry, Reality 404 with a little I want to say joke, but it's not really a joke. It's some of the things, some of the tiles that are used on the subways in Berlin are radioactive, and Reality got a Geiger counter, and he tried to find a more radioactive one, and shot a video of that. RFC 2324 by Us Error making a little video, a tribute to the standard of the teapot that was popularized in the 80s. Grauer Beton by Mutzpla2 got third place. A Shader Showdown trailer that was completely unexpected and features me even in there. So it's a trailer explaining what the Shader Showdown is and how people battle. So it's a nice way to explain what the concept is. So thank you Mutzpla2 for that. And the winner was Floating Wilds by Nogan. No gap, no bacteria. No gap, no bacteria. Yep. So congratulations, no gap, no bacteria there. Then they had a fast painting competition with a lot of entries. You can see 21 entries overall. You would do actual physical painting at the party place, so that was the main cool thing. You can see the top 5 here. Well, you can see all of them, but I'm just going to show you the top 5. Wayfinder getting third, and second place to Just Moma, and Work in Progress by Oni getting first place. Freestyle graphics, not that many entries. Someone was more Blender. This one was also ray tracing stuff, but also with some Photoshop. I like the concept on this one. Rumble by Oni getting second place, and then first place Arguments with the Dog by V. Oh, really cool. A lot of detail on that structure as well. Klimbaustein, another joke competition that they have at Deadline, using Legos to do whatever you want and taking a photo of that, was won by Just Mona. And second place to Oni, third place to Ollie. A lot of entries in that. Mate Light, a special competition that they have using Cbase's Mate LED display. So they made a pixel art display made out of mate bottles with some light, with some LEDs illuminating the things, and they took the screen to Deadline, and you could show your entries there, either static image or an animation. The winner was Lazy, which was an animation, I believe. Also did an Amiga one, and on this screenshot you can see this is a photo of the party, and you can see the actual display there, which is really cool. So yeah, a few other entries that you can see here. Some I have like the original pixel size. You can just see there on the top right corner, which is not very good for Poet browsing, but it's the original file. Have to do like a fix to do size up when it's too small. Anyways, good compo. Nice to use local hacker spaces as well when you're organizing a party. Old School Graphics was won by Facet of Bonsai. This is amazing image here, so much detail, so much aliasing going on. Chilling at the Lake getting second place, also very good, stunning image. Tomek getting third place, also a lot of detail there. The rugosity on the robot in particular is really interesting, and the computer as well. Sule getting fourth place, fifth place for Titus of Rabenaug. Old School Music won by 505 and Modmate, with Delazing getting second place. PC Demo was a very cool compo. K2 got 7th place with an invitation for their 30N demo party they're organizing in Canary Islands. Then Transmissions from Outer Space for Linux in 6th place. Secret Demo by Ray Tracer, which was cool to see. Ray Tracer has been away from the demo scene for a while, so it did this new color demo. Big tunnel effect with different things. Interesting. Maybe not as polished as one would wish, but really cool. Script Kitties getting 4th place. They are a returnee group from Deadline as well. Bouncer by MFX getting 3rd place. as well, with a very banger track, very cool visuals as well, usual the MFX strobing style. Katsumaki by Still getting second place, very very cool, peaceful demo there. And in first place, the tribute to Mog made by TRBL. Massive production with, I think, over 12 people involved, very stylish, focusing on the PlayStation 1 age aesthetics, and yeah, really cool, very good demo. The PC intro competition also had quite a lot of good quality entries. Bypass, as I mentioned, made a comeback to activity as well. Entry by Remina, which is also quite good. Team 210 and Epoch also did a collaboration that was very stylish, very clean. Virgil and M-Range did another release after their, I think it was at Xenium that they did a 4K, which was very highly acclaimed. The Illusions of Mediocrity was quite good, but it had some quite competition. Xorverse by Virgil himself solo, very cool use of XOR and shader-based stuff, short XOR patterns and shader-based things. Very, very nice combination. And then the winner, Nox Urban by LJ of Alcatraz. Very good aesthetic, a lot of scenes packed into it. Very brutalist focused, aesthetic focused. I love the direction on that one. So really well done, LJ. Very well made. Streaming music competition, third place to Chrome, second place to RP of our browser, and first place to Monotony with the Demagnetize. Themed photo competition was Brutalism, was the theme of the party. Louisa getting third place with Raw Concrete. Ollie getting second place with Stones Troopers. And the first place, Brute by Nulok or OOK. So yeah. 3D competition, focusing entirely on doing 3D demos. You could participate with photos as well, not just real-time things. T-Drinker getting fourth place. A demo for the Nintendo 3DS by St. Vincent and the Grenadines got third place. Packing Brutalism by P. Malin, a video, got second place, and then the winner for the Acorn Archimedes of all platforms getting first place. A well-deserved solid demo there, released for the Acorn. Track music competition was won by Bacter Genio and Sega Musics, and the Wild competition, only 4 entries, but all of them were quite decent. Hot Stuffers, a short Commodore 64 demo. Bytejammer by J-Truck, which in my humble opinion should have won, showcased the tool that he's been developing to facilitate the TIC80 bytejams that Field Effects has been doing regularly every week. J-Truck had this idea to remodel the tool and has been working with a few other people to do that, and he showed like the potentials of the tool here now. With this video, but also very good presentation of the whole thing as well. So I really thought he should have won. Second place, Pooh Brain, we do with some mix of Blender and real life modeling stuff, I think, doing the video animation there. And Asilo Quack, a collaboration between Buzz Error and the Duckman, Mikaleos, and it also doubled as a small surprise invitation for Inertia Demo Party 2023, which was very funny to see and witness. So thank you for that as well. So yeah, a lot of compos at deadline, a lot of good entries. So definitely check out the releases that happened. And yeah, moving on to the last thing that we have to show you before we wrap things up is the Stupid Rainbows competition. Very short compo that happened just for fun at CSDB. Just showing the point of the compo was to do something related to rainbows. So you could get the rainbows out of your system, either for good or for bad, wherever you can think of doing with rainbows, try to do it, throw it there. You had a couple of weeks to do something. It was inspired by a recent demo that was released at a meeting. Oh, what was the name of the meeting? I don't remember anymore. A meeting in Finland, and they made this demo where some rainbows were coming out of some toilets. So they decided to make a compo out of that. and people just submitted things related to rainbows in some way. So yeah, if you like rainbows, check it out. If you hate rainbows, probably check it out as well. So yeah, a lot of rainbow related material being released there. And then to wrap things up, we have upcoming demo parties, which is always best viewed at demoparty.net. Coming up this very weekend, Tersak demo party happening in Denmark for the last time, the 20th edition and final edition of Tersak demo party. According to the organizers, I already submitted my entry. Hope to see your entries as well. It's going to be a fun party. Very much looking forward to seeing the live stream of that, if I can catch some glimpses of that. Then there is this Atari Jaguar focused event happening in Germany. Tokyo Demo Fest 16 milliseconds online event happening based out of Japan, but happening online. Promises to have a very good compo as well. The GLSL competition as well was pretty good at previous sessions, demo party that they organized. So definitely check out the stream if you can. It will be streamed on, I think it's Sunday here in Europe, probably Saturday night on Japan, if I'm not mistaken. Then a small Amstrad CPC oriented party called Benediction happening again in France. Syntax Society on Sweden. Flash demo party happening in Argentina, the yearly Argentinian demo party. And then a couple small demo parties happening in Germany as well. Demo Splash happening in United States next month, then Comparade in Germany, Transmission 64 dedicated to the Commodore 64 happening online, Syntax in Australia, Experience in Hungary, and then Inertia Demo Party here in Portugal that I'm helping organize. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. A lot of things happening. Hope to record another video covering these 3-4 demo parties releases that happen at the end of October. Until then, hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having an even better day after watching this video. See you next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great day.